Have you ever wondered what truly lies in the deepest, darkest corners of the internet? We all know the surface web, the everyday sites we use. Then there's the deep web, a massive space of unindexed pages, not inherently sinister, just hidden from standard search engines. But beyond that, things get murky. We enter the dark web, accessible only through specific software like Tor. It's often spoken about in hushed tones, a digital Wild West of anonymous forums and hidden marketplaces, but even here, there are layers. Most users only ever scratch the surface. But the further you descend, the stranger and more unsettling things become. It's a rabbit hole that goes deeper than you can imagine, a place where digital myths and terrifying realities blur together. And that's where our story begins, a journey into the abyss, chasing a ghost that has haunted both the physical and digital worlds for decades. Our investigation starts not on a flickering screen, but in the quiet state of Wyoming back in the 1960s. A strange and chilling event took place at a local elementary school, an incident that has since become a local legend, whispered about but never fully explained. It's known as the Yellow Echo. Over the course of a single week, several children in the same class, seemingly independently, began drawing the exact same disturbing figure. It was a tall, slender man with an unnervingly long neck, always depicted without a mouth. When questioned, the children gave the same name for this figure, the Yellow Echo. They claimed he would whisper to them, but not with a voice. They described it as a sound inside their heads, like a faint, buzzing echo. School officials, baffled and concerned, brought in child psychologists. No explanation was ever found. The drawings stopped as abruptly as they had begun, and the incident was quietly swept under the rug, becoming a piece of forgotten local folklore. A mouthless man, a silent whisper. What did it all mean? For years, that was the end of the story. Until I found the link in the one place I least expected it. While exploring the dark web for a different project, I stumbled upon mentions of the Yellow Echo on a heavily encrypted forum. This wasn't some surface-level creepypasta site, this was deep. The users here spoke of the Yellow Echo not as a historical event, but as a digital entity. This led me down a path to one of the most infamous urban legends of the dark web, the Red Room. The myth of the Red Room is terrifyingly simple. It's a hidden, live-streamed site where viewers can pay to watch and allegedly interact with the torture of a real person. For years, skeptics and thrill-seekers have tried to find a genuine Red Room, with most concluding they're nothing more than elaborate hoaxes or scams. I never believed they were real, but the forum users insisted there was a connection between these mythical rooms and the Yellow Echo. They claimed the oldest and most hidden Red Rooms weren't for human spectacle, but for something else entirely. They were digital summoning circles, designed to draw the attention of this mouthless entity. It sounded insane, but the conviction of these anonymous users was unnerving. They shared fragmented logs and cryptic clues, all pointing to a single, hidden site, a place they called the Silent Stage. My curiosity got the better of me. I decided I had to try and find it. Following the breadcrumbs left on the forum was like assembling a puzzle in the dark. It took weeks of cross-referencing encrypted messages, solving digital riddles, and navigating a maze of dead-end links. The community was paranoid, and for good reason. They believed that simply searching for the Yellow Echo could draw its attention. They used coded language, referring to it as the silent singer or the one who hears. As the first pieced together the fragments, a chilling picture began to form. The Yellow Echo wasn't just a Wyoming school mystery. It was a recurring phenomenon, documented in obscure texts and online logs long before the 1960s. Each appearance was linked to a form of communication technology of the era, from early radio signals to telephone line interference. And now the internet. The forum users believed this entity fed on observation, on being witnessed. The Wyoming children weren't the target, they were the medium. And now a hidden site on the dark web, the Silent Stage, was apparently the entity's new home. After what felt like an eternity, I finally found the address. It wasn't a live stream of a person. It was just a black screen with a single, flickering yellow dot in the center. The moment I accessed the site, everything changed. It started small. My computer fans would spin up to maximum speed for no reason. I'd hear faint, static-filled whispers from my speakers, even when they were muted. At first, I dismissed it as paranoia, my mind playing tricks on me after spending so much time immersed in this dark legend. But then things escalated. My files started corrupting. Documents would open filled with nothing but strings of zeros and ones. Photos from my computer would appear on my screen, but distorted, with faces stretched and mouths erased. It felt like my digital life was being systematically deconstructed. The whispers became clearer not in language, but in tonal low, inquisitive hum that seemed to be coming from inside my own head, just as the children had described. It was a sound that felt both distant and intimately close. The line between my screen and my reality was dissolving. I'd catch glimpses of a tall, slender shadow in my peripheral vision, but when I'd turn, there was nothing there. Sleep became impossible. The humming was constant now, a digital ghost that had followed me out of the dark web and into my home. I knew I had to disconnect, to pull the plug, but I was also morbidly fascinated. I had to see this through. I returned to the site, the Silent Stage, one last time. The single yellow dot was still there, but it was brighter, pulsating in time with the humming in my head. I stared into it, and as I did, the black screen began to glitch and tear. From the digital static, a figure started to form. It was him. Tall, slender, with a long neck, just like in the children's drawings. And the face, it was a smooth, featureless canvas, completely devoid of a mouth. It tilted its head, as if studying me through the screen. There was no sound from my computer, but the whisper in my mind became a deafening roar, a torrent of pure, raw information that I couldn't process. It was the feeling of a million unheard voices screaming at once. My webcam light flickered on by itself, and in that moment, I understood. The dark web wasn't just a network of computers. For entities like this, it's a nervous system. The red rooms, the forums, the users, we aren't the audience. We are the sense organs. We are the eyes, the ears, and through our fear and attention, we give it a voice where it has none. It saw me, and as my screen glitched one last time before going completely black, the final chilling thought echoed in my mind. The yellow echo isn't a story you find on the dark web. It's a story that finds you. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and maybe think twice before you go looking in the dark.